Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alien and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Karen. Karen is from Venezuela, but she lives in London, in the UK. So let's see what Karen has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello, Karen. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. And you? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. So tell me, how's your weekend going so far?
Well, it's not that I can do much because I'm just recovering from like a broken foot, like a broken bone. Um, so it's been like relaxing. Well, relaxing. I'm still doing things, but I cannot go very far.
And how has been the recovering of your broken foot?
Well, I've never broken a bone before,
Wow.
and it was the most like silly way. It was on the tube in London, just walking a little bit fast to catch up the tube. And the recovery, I mean, it's very long, so it requires a lot of patience.
Oh my God.
So I'm just learning things, like doing a lot of things, but at home.
Tell me where you're from, Karen.
I am from Venezuela.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, but I don't live there. Like,
Where are you based right now?
well, I'm based between Barcelona and London. At the moment, I'm in Barcelona while I recover.
I see.
Yeah.
So tell me the change from, from Venezuela to England to Barcelona. Tell me a little bit about your journey.
Well, the change was not like I changed first to France, actually. Then I went back home. I changed to France because I studied in the French school.
Okay.
Then I went back home to Venezuela. And then I spent some months in South Africa. And then I moved to Spain. And London, I just love London.
And why is that? Why the change from different cities?
Well, when I changed to France, it was because it was in the French school.
Okay.
So it was the typical thing that everyone was doing in my high school. And then when I changed to South Africa, it was because I wanted to like be in a place where I would not find much people from like who would be Spanish speakers.
Okay.
And then Spain, it was like a love story.
There's always a love story behind. There's always.
That was a long, long time ago. Like, so.
And where's about Venezuela you are from?
The capital.
Caracas.
Yeah.
Amazing. So tell me, what was the biggest joy of growing up in Caracas, in Venezuela?
The biggest joy in Caracas?
Yeah, growing up.
Well, first, the weather. You don't notice, like when you move to another country, you do notice like how you just don't even care about the weather because the weather is just amazing all the time.
Yeah.
The fact that you can go to the beach all the time.
Yes.
You're just next to the Caribbean, 30 minutes away. You just cross the mountain, you're at the beach.
Uh-huh.
The fact that my parents used to travel a lot, and so I used to travel with them, and that was really cool.
Wow.
And I don't know, Caracas is very beautiful weather, very beautiful landscapes. And I don't know, the people are really nice.
And all your family are back there?
Yes.
I see. Okay, Karen, so let's start the interview talking about your career. I know you are an actor, you are a dancer as well. So walk me through a little bit about your career as an artist.
Well, I actually didn't start acting at the beginning. I studied an MBA, like nothing at all, like nothing. It has nothing to do with acting. Well, kind of, cells. And once I was in a company, like working in a company, my first job after university, and they had theater classes. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna try, like my brother was the one who did 10 years of theater. Almost, I don't know how many years of theater he did. And I don't know, I never tried it. Like I was in dancing all my life. Yes, I was in dancing. And
right.
I liked it. So there it started. And I switched, that transition of sales, MBA business to acting, because a lot of actors have to like survive. Let's put it
Yeah.
like pay rent and stuff. So the non-acting career was business, and then I just started acting and started to do courses. And I, with the business job, which was in software sales, I was paying all my acting classes. I was like, I'm gonna do this, like, and there's how it started.
Amazing. I love the story when you can do both careers at the same time. You can, follow your passion, do something that you like it. I think it's amazing. Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through Memories Life and share your point of views?
Yes.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, so before we start the game, during the interview, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change, okay? First question for you is, what's the best gift you have ever received and why you consider that?
I think the best gift ever received was a trip when I was a child with my parents, where we literally visit a lot of countries. And probably at the time, you're just not even an adult and you don't realize it.
Yeah.
But, and also we didn't have social media back then. So it was really cool to travel without being connected, and I don't know, you go back and you think like, oh, that was actually the best thing I've ever got, like sharing and knowing and doing a lot of activities. And that was probably the best gift I had.
Wow. And which person in your family right now you feel more close to or more connected with?
My mom and my brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so both of them, they're watching this interview right now and you have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message. What would you say? You can say Spanish if you like to, and after you can translate in English.
Well, I think to my mom that she is one of the strongest person.
Wow.
That I admire.
Mm-hmm.
And she has always supported me, or be honest. And my brother, I think, to trust in himself because he's a really smart person.
Beautiful. What's the biggest difference between you and your mom and the biggest similarity?
Probably the biggest similarity is the smile.
Uh-huh.
That's what people say. And the biggest difference is probably patience. I am really patient.
Oh. And so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from her?
I think to always, like, for example, with my brother, they teach me to never have any jealousy or envy or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that you apply to friends or to people in life, you just focus on yourself.
I see. Okay. Next question. Let's do it.
Oh, God.
Next question is, what makes you really angry?
It's very hard to get me angry, but it is possible. I think disrespect from someone I care.
Right.
Yeah. When it's someone I don't like, someone in the streets, I just ignore. But yeah.
You come across a very positive person with this great. Yeah. You've always been this way?
Yeah, actually, yes. I've been told that. I don't know, from the outside, I've been told that, so I guess so.
And what's the biggest joy of being Karen? What do you like the most about being you? I
think the journey of progressing, because I don't think anybody's perfect or like, oh my God, every day I'm positive. Like some days you're like, oh, even we all have said like, why me? But I think the fact of realizing things and making it better, or just the joyful of progressing or trying to achieve something like acting, for example. Well, not achieving, let's say that it's actually achieved.
And what's something about yourself that you've been working on, something that you need to change or need to improve? There is something?
Well, time management.
Okay.
I have improved.
Good.
But to say yes to everything. Or like, it was really hard for me to say no.
Right.
So then I will find myself stressed and doing 100 things. So
right.
That's something I've been learning and applying probably last year of, no, I can't. No, today I can't. No, this I really don't have time. And,
right.
you know, that's one thing.
And when was the moment that you started learning this lesson about saying no?
Well, I was really burned out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was really stressed but I'm really stressed, you don't notice. I just did notice, like, probably on my back. And it's true that I don't share much when, like, I don't like to ask for help. That's probably something I should improve to. And I got the feedback from a coach. Right. Her name is Holly. And I was trying to apply it. And yes, she was right.
What's your star sign, astrology?
Taurus.
So you are April, May?
Yes.
April. I see. May? Oh, I see. Amazing. And do you like celebrating birthdays?
Well, I do. The thing is that last 2 years, I haven't done it much because I didn't know what to do. But I haven't celebrated much the last 2 years. But I still had a very nice day, you know?
What's one of your best birthday celebration that you ever had?
I mean, I've been mean, right? But probably in the last years, it's gonna sound weird, but during COVID time,
mm-hmm.
because I was working in a company and I was working for Google Ads and they just prepared like a whole, you know, like it's a time where you were all alone, and they will prepare like little notes on the sales meeting because I was working as a sales. And they just went like, happy birthday with little things, and people called me, and I don't know, I just like, it was just nice.
Those little things, it means a lot for us, doesn't it? Like those little gestures. Yeah, I get your point for sure. Beautiful. Next question, let's do it. You know, I'm playing Xuxa, Rainha de los Barritos. You know her? Do you know Xuxa?
No, like I said yes, but actually then I was like, I don't know, like.
Xuxa is the one. I think you're very young for that. There's the song Ilari Lari Ye.
Oh, yeah, I do know. Ilari. Yeah, I didn't know.
Before the next question, tell me what's the biggest joy of being an artist? What's the biggest joy of acting for you?
I think I love to be in the environment of acting. The fact of knowing a character. I love the analyzing part. Like, I probably do 30 pages filler analysis when I have time, though, because sometimes you get like an audition and you have like 24 hours. So I do like my little analysis, but it's just discovering that person, seeing, sometimes not judging the character, but like seeing the similarities that you could have with it, and stepping out from, I don't know, it's like if you would step into a fantasy world. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, probably that.
And the opposite side, what do you find most challenging about your career? I
think in this career, you need to be patient. Mm-hmm. You need to be persistent, because it's not something like people think like, oh, I'm an actor, I am going to be, well, I don't know, everybody has different goals in acting, like whether it's being on theater, etc. But it's not like it can just happen. Of course, there's like the lucky part for some, but you got to be patient. You got to learn how to accept rejection. That rejection sometimes is not about your acting. Could be, but it's about, you got to learn how to get feedback to get better. So you need to have all of this because it's got to be tough.
I see.
Yeah, sometimes you get a call back and you're there like, oh my God. And then you get that, you know, so you gotta be really patient. And I think the secret is to not give up. I spoke with some, I don't know, Matt Smith once, and also another actor from One Piece, and they were like, just be patient, don't give up, and you know, go. It's gonna be like a roller coaster.
Keep going. The main thing, never to stop. Always keep going, trying. Get it. Okay, next question is, what's the best first date you ever been on?
The first what?
First date you ever been on?
Birth date?
No, first date that you ever been on.
Like with the guy?
Yeah?
No.
The very...
No. Hey, look, guys. The worst or the best?
The best.
You know, I was like, oof.
One of the best, or something memorable that happened to you during a date. Could be anything. That when you think about first date, you're like, oh, that was quite memorable.
Well, I'm not a person to be on dating apps, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
I think I like dates with someone that I already know or I'm already seeing, because otherwise, when it's someone I don't know, I feel a little bit in a job interview.
Uh-huh.
That's why I don't like dating apps. And probably it's already with someone who has a partner, you know, and you just go, I don't know, have fun in a roller coaster, or probably we went to see animals in South Africa. That was 9 years ago, like summer I was. So those little things, you know, exploring activities, I think that's the best for me.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
But as I said, first date, I don't tend to do first dates, as in, you know, everybody who has been my partner was probably a friend before.
I see. Yeah, it's funny how sometimes you meet people and you become friends, and suddenly something sparks and they start a romantic relationship.
Yeah. Or in a class or something like that, you know, like somehow something brought us together. But
absolutely. I believe you need to be relaxed about it. If you search too much, sometimes you don't find the right person.
Yeah.
You need.
I feel forced. I don't know, like, you know, I don't know. But that's me. There's nothing wrong about like dating apps or anything like.
Totally. Not right or wrong. I think they're just different, for sure. Any questions left? Let's do it.
I got it.
Before the next question, let's do now a little game. Let's pretend now that one day you're gonna put all together like a scene or a play or a movie scene or something, and you have the whole budget in your hands. You have a lot of money. You can pay, and you're gonna be part of it as well, okay? You can pay anyone, you can choose anyone in the world to play your mom. You can choose any actor to play your dad, anyone to play your romantic partner, and also you can choose and pay anyone in the world as a director, a producer, to work together with you. So tell me those names.
Interesting. Well, who I would choose as a dad? Probably I would choose Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, good one.
Because I really like how he talks about everything, and I know I will learn a lot with him.
Totally.
Who I would choose as a person to help me?
Yeah, a director, a producer, any name.
I think I would choose. Very good question. I'm thinking. Well, I'm between Emma Watson and.
Wow.
Yeah, probably Emma Watson.
Okay.
I like how humble she is, in the sense of she's always says like, I'm not gonna buy it. You know, she's very humble and very smart. And
I see.
Probably will learn a lot from her. So which is someone that knows things that I don't know.
Wow.
As a partner, should I say it?
If you don't feel comfortable, you don't need to say, of course. You can skip that. You are single.
Describe him.
Sorry?
I can describe him.
Okay, you can describe him, okay?
I'll probably choose like an action actor.
Okay.
He's actually half British, half Spanish.
Right.
Because I love Taekwondo, and you know, like that's really cool. Like,
Okay.
So I know he's really good at that. And as a mother, that's one is hard. Yeah, because most of the actors I like are a bit more younger. So that one is harder. I'll have to think about it for 3 days.
It's okay. It's okay. Good. I like it. Next question is, what is the most beautiful thing someone has ever said to you?
Well, I worked in a summer camp for kids when I
Mhm.
was 16 and 17 and 18.
Yeah.
And we worked with kids who didn't have much money. This was in Venezuela. And
Okay.
those kids' joy was things that you don't even notice when you have how to, like, when you don't have those issues, and just teach them how to use the fork and the knife, or make them a little gift. Like, they get happy with very little things. And
Wow.
one of them, there was like a fire that a huge, like, called fire, yeah, right,
Fireplace?
yeah, fireplace. And you had to give the little bracelet to someone special.
Oh my
So
God.
this kid who came and he just gave it to me because everything I teach him, it was really the smallest things in the world. It was really like, I don't know how to eat, or very little things, because those people
Wow.
have nothing. And that was really cute. I was
Oh,
glad.
that's very sweet. Saying that, what's the meaning of life for you, Karen?
Yeah.
What's the meaning of life for you?
I think life is about trying, like, doing everything that makes you, like, brings you joy, and try to not have fear of it. We all have fear of it, like, of a lot of things. So I cannot say, like, oh my God, I don't have fear of anything, because I do have some things sometimes. But it's about taking that fear away. That I learned in Taekwondo. Like, the biggest enemy of humans is fear.
Wow.
And just going and enjoy things, what makes you happy, because we all have different things, and be with the people you care, and all of that, or the people you could care, because you already know, or you can know people and stuff like that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. 2 questions left. Let's do it.
I'm becoming emotional. Oh my God.
Oh, very sweet. Very sweet. I think when you get emotional, it's because it touches your heart, and sometimes experiencing life can bring us that, for sure. Before the next question, you mentioned already twice about Taekwondo. So tell me how Taekwondo came into your life.
Well, I think first I like the fact that in Taekwondo we're all together. It's not like, oh, you're new or you're black belt, that you're divided. And I think martial arts, wherever kind it is, teach you discipline, teach you to be confident, teach you to get rid of fear. It's not that I got rid completely of everything, like I am wrong, like, and but it's a discipline, because a lot of people think that we're just there, like, probably fighting, but there's a lot that we do at the beginning. Like, I don't know, they make us jump other people. Like, they make us, are you tired? Yes. Then you do more push-ups. Then you do this, and it's like you're sweating and you're dying.
Wow.
And like, and then he comes, like like the black belts come and they look at you in a way that you cannot be, like, they know when you have fear or not. And it teaches you all of that. So I really like that fact. I think if everybody tries a little bit of martial arts, if their body can do it, of course, it's a good thing to get a little bit stronger, to get a little bit more confident and stuff.
Wow. And how often do you train?
Well, right now with my foot, I'm not training. Like, the doctor was like, that's the first thing I asked, like, when can I go back to Taekwondo? He was like, he just looked at me like, not yet, girl. Like, I can go back, but not yet. But normally I go twice a week.
Twice a week. I see.
But I can go 3 times, but I go twice.
Next question is, who do you count the most for help if you need?
Well, despite I'm not the person who would normally ask for help, I call Naomi. It's a friend. Or I call her, or I call like this is now, or I call my friend Irina,
Okay.
or my friend call Maria, or my
Oh,
sometimes my brother, but like this are the people I normally call.
and all those friends, they live as well in Barcelona or are back in Caracas?
Maria lives in Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Venezuela. Her name is Maria Alejandra Euskadi, so probably don't know how to pronounce it. Naomi, she's from Belgium. She lives in Barcelona.
Oh, wow.
Irina, she's from Russia.
Okay.
But she lives in London.
Wow.
My mom lives in Venezuela. And well, my brother also.
I see. And what do you miss the most about, Caracas or Venezuela, besides your family, of course? What do you miss the most about your country?
Well, I think home is home, right?
Yes.
Today I have different homes because I've been so many years in Europe that I feel home.
Yeah.
But there I feel like the family, the food, the beach. The beach. Every time I go, I'm like, Mom, we're going to the beach, right? and yeah, I don't know. When you grow up somewhere, it's like a special place. I think for everybody. If you were born, I don't know, in a very small town, it's still a special place for you.
Totally.
For a lot of people, I'm not gonna generalize, but yeah.
Yeah, I think our roots always gonna be there. It's amazing to go back, isn't it? It's amazing. I'm from Brazil. Originally from Brazil.
Oh, I do.
When I go to Brazil, I feel like, my God, it's such a safe place to be around your family, around your memories there.
Yeah.
I think
we also have avocados like us because I think we were the only ones with those avocados.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
oh,
I miss that.
For sure. Last question. Ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Last one. Okay, but before the last question, tell me, when you think about your career, in acting, dancing, tell me a moment or a situation that you're never gonna forget. That's, so far is gonna have always a special place in your heart.
I mean, there's once I was in this class, in theater class. That was like my second year doing theater. And it was COVID times. And things were dramatic, as you know. Like probably someone was really sick from your uncles. I had an eye infection. I had something in my foot. I always have something. Like, I'm not going to waste to get rid of that negative thing, but in my foot, so I couldn't walk, but I was still going to class. And I learned my scene, but I didn't learn it perfect. I just was very, very stressed.
Right.
But I still tried to do it because I was like, well, I'm going to learn something by doing it. And when I got the feedback from that coach, it was a very bad feedback.
Right.
But he told me like, well, some people are born for this and some people are not. This was probably in 2020, I think. 2020 was it? Yeah. Or 2021? Yeah, kind of. And some not. I'm not happy that I didn't manage to teach you anything.
Wow.
And yeah, it was just really bad. I mean, I'm not going to say that it was good, but the way he said it, and also the fact of, if you don't go to drama school, you cannot do it, you cannot make it. And, like some people, I would have loved to go to drama school. I mean, I did 6 months of drama school and like a short course in a drama school, but I couldn't because when you work, and some people just can't.
Yeah.
But you can learn other ways. And that really hit me, and I remember I left the class without saying a word. I just started to cry.
I can imagine.
And I remember my roommate, he was there like, what's going on? But I was like, oh my God. But then I just went and turned on my computer and went to look for another coach.
Amazing.
He was like a screen acting coach. His name is Javier Alcina, and we're still in touch. And there's where it started my course in like more like screen acting rather than theater. And
Okay.
like I'm gonna learn this somehow. Like I cannot say like I do watch my tapes from before and like they were not that great. Like I'm like, but you know, like I think humans can learn things. Of course, some might learn from or have the capacity of learning faster, or from a kid. Probably they watch things since they were kids. But you can learn it in the sense
Totally.
you can do it better. You just gotta be patient, and that hit me because it just that pushed me like I'm not gonna let him say that.
Amazing. I like that. It's a persistence. It's for you to take
I
some.
am. I'm a bit
Yeah.
annoying. My mom says I'm annoying.
Amazing. Last question is, if you could have a superpower, what that would be and why?
Probably healing people.
Nice one. Nice one.
Because sometimes you see things and you can do much, about it.
Yep.
And people like I don't know that they didn't deserve. Well, nobody deserves that though. But probably that. Yes, I'm very like, sensible. You say that sensitive?
Sensitive. Yeah. That.
Like I'm gonna walk in a windy sometimes. Like sometimes I can't, but yeah.
Oh, very sweet. Sweet of you. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say one word and you just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Yes.
Let's start with money.
Traveling.
Family.
Traveling.
No, I said family.
Family. Sorry. Carry.
Fear.
Planes.
Okay. Life.
Joy.
Love.
Listening.
Religion.
Faith.
Sex.
Fire.
Okay. Politics. Politics.
Disagreements.
Friendship.
Trust.
Desire.
Effort.
Regret.
Learning.
Success.
Achieving.
Wish.
Believing.
Happiness.
Traveling.
Say again?
Traveling.
Wow. One word for Venezuela.
Faith.
One word for Barcelona.
Sunshine.
One word for Taekwondo.
Strength.
And the last one now, acting. One word.
Effort.
Beautiful. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet one of your best friends for a coffee, and I'm going to ask one of your best friends. Define Karen in one positive and one negative word only. What your best friend would say about you.
Willingness.
Okay. A negative?
Sleep.
I mean,
Like
sleep?
How do you say that? Like
yeah, you can put my words. It doesn't need to be like exactly one word.
lack of sleep.
You don't sleep very much.
I used to. I will again.
I see. Okay, let's play now, Karen, and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, before the last question, before you ask me a question, as you have the experience of living in different countries right now. Yeah, you've been living in Europe, you've been living in different places. If you could choose one place in Europe to live, like to spend more time, where that would be and why?
London.
London, okay.
Yes.
And why London?
Well, despite the weather is not the best, I'm gonna admit it. I don't know. Like, I really like the cultural they have there with their acting world or artistic world. Doesn't have to be just acting. I like how people take it seriously there.
Mm-hmm.
How you can just go to the theater. Well, not every, like sometimes it can be expensive, but and how many courses you can do while still working.
Totally.
Because I do understand that for many actors, they still need to stay with their job.
Yep.
And it's really nice in London that you can find really intense courses in the night.
Amazing.
And I like it. I don't know, so I like it.
Okay, great.
Like the castles also in England. Like.
Okay, Karen, you can ask me a question now.
Yes. Why do you like London?
Great question. Why London? Oh my God. You know, back in Brazil, I always, I started studying English when I was very young. I was like 12, 11-year-old. I was very passionate about the language. And, back as a teenager, I always wanted to live in a country where I could speak English every day. It was my passion about English. Of course, in South America, we have this America dream. Everyone wants to go to the US, yeah, everyone.
Yes.
So that was my dream at the time. Long story short, I had the opportunity to move to Portugal. So I lived in Portugal for 5 years. I was 19-year-old. I lived on my own. I left Brazil on my own. I went all the way to Portugal. And after a few years, I moved to London. And it's so funny how life takes you in a direction you're not expecting. I never thought in my life one day living in Portugal or in London. And as you said, London, it's the place where there are a lot of opportunities. London is a place where, you can be yourself, you can be open about you can, be your truly self. But I think the main reason was about the language. Yeah, I always wanted to live in a country where I could speak English every day. So I live a dream. And, to help my family back in Brazil, I always have this personality of going after my dreams, helping people, help my family. I think that's the two main reasons why I moved to London. And London is home. I feel like I'm meant to be here in London. Yeah,
we feel the same.
Sorry?
We do feel that feeling of, yes.
Yeah, it's great to be in a place where you can, love being here. And I think it's a great place to be for sure. Love London. Yeah.
Nice.
Did you enjoy the interview, Karen?
Yes, it was really nice. I mean, I was sometimes trying to like not get emotional. I was like,
No worries. Thank you so much for taking the time. You're so kind. When I approached you for the first time, you're dealing with your broken foot at the same time. And you were so sweet. You said, William, as soon as I get better, I will contact you. And you did. And I said, I found so sweet when you sent me a message. I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. So thanks. Thanks for bringing your energy to the show. I love your energy. You have this Latin America energy that I know very well. And thanks again for being so sweet. And good luck on your career. Good luck on your, wish all the best that you find your path and you spend more time in London, in Madrid, or in Barcelona, or back in Venezuela, anywhere that you find yourself, your happiness.
Thank you so much for that wish.
Of course, of course. And before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
I think that people need to remember to treat others with kindness, because we don't know what someone is battling inside or struggling with. And it's really important, despite we all have our bad days.
Yeah.
But it's really important to do that and just believe in yourself. Don't give up, I guess. Like, I know everybody says this same phrase, but just still try it, because it's when it becomes harder that you can make it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Muitas gracias, okay? Thank you so much.
How do you say obrigado?
Obrigado.
Yeah.
Ciao, ciao, okay?
Bye.
Thanks.
Ciao.
Ciao. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.